Now let's look at the code inside my picks. This is the code that displays my picks, and I've added one piece to it which will do the updating of the news feed. It's the standard structure, the includes, and the Facebook variable. And here's this section where I test to see if each of the parameters is present, and if so, I put it into a local variable. All of that is the same as we've used before. Now down here I have the code that we've always had here, the dashboard, the tabs, and the call to get from database and render that generates my list of picks. And the section that's new is this section here. I'm checking to see if the parameter do news is set. In this case, it's different from the other parameters. I'm not setting a local variable. I'm just using this as a flag so that if it is set, I'm coming down here and I'm going to do the publishing to the news feed. That's the key of this section. That's what I'm up to here. And here's what I'm going to do. I've got the pick ID passed in as a parameter, and I'm calling that little utility routine at the top of lib, which is up here, which is just a database call that gets me one row from the database based on the pick ID that's passed in. That's what I do. I just get these variables back, and now I can use them. So I call here, and I store those results into local variables. And one of the reasons I'm storing them into local variables is because I want to manipulate them. And this is very, very common. We often have more details in the database listing for something like a pick or an idea or a candidate or a recipe, whatever it is. We usually have in the database more details than we need to use in the news feed. We won't use some of them. I'm not using the zip code here. And we may munge some of the others around, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. I am creating a new variable called full address, which starts out as the street address that I'm getting out of the database up here. Then if there's a second address, I put in a comma and a space and the second line, and then I concatenate it with the city and the state, with a comma and spaces and so forth, so that I've constructed a decent looking address. This code down here is boilerplate code that sets up the call to publish user action. I need the template bundle ID. I need an array. By convention, it's called tokens, that has these names that are specific to me. These are the tokens that I've declared in my template. The name of the pick, which I picked up from the database, the full address, which I constructed up here, and the pick ID that was passed in. So that's all that's coming together in this newsfeed item. It's information passed in, the pick ID, the name that comes from the database, and the address that's munged out of database data. I might be using a target IDs array. I'm not, but it's needed for the call. I might be using body general. I'm not, but we leave it in there so that if we ever need it, we've got the structure of the call. And here is the template being used to publish a user action.